world right now, right here, from Washington State to the whole wide world, just like radio station KEXP out of Seattle to Seattle and the whole wide world. And we are on the whole wide world right now. So let's see who's joining us on this fine and beautiful, it's a Thursday morning in this part of the world. And let's see, I see 1 like and 0 viewers. How is that doable? Lucas Moraes Santos, there's a familiar name, says hello. Victor XD says hello. Quizzical C695, hi. Minimi Edits, hello. Pebble, it's raining, knock. Minimi Edits, hello. Kitarni, hold high. Mr. Koobson, hi. Blaze, hello. I can't read it, hello. It's raining. Finn the Fishbowl, hello from the Philippines. Hey, that sounds great. I'll bet it's more exotic there than it is here. It's kind of dismal, a little chilly. Yesterday it was like 75 here, which is pretty good for this time of year. Carol Lennis says hi. Simon Elko says hello. Be sure now, people like Carol, Carlos Lennis, and Simon Elko, make sure you subscribe to this channel and get notifications so that you can join us when we're out here doing this. That's what we want to. That's what we want to encourage. So this is a place to just sort of check out of regular life and take advantage of things like random kindness, cats, paint, spray paint, coffee, all those things you really like, and wrap them up into a ball and have them spread back out in the form of a warm blanket and put that on your lap and sit back and just chill out with us for about a better part of an hour, and we'll see what we can make happen. We'd like to get a little bit from one of my books in here in each episode of this live stream. The idea of live streaming, it blows me away. I mean, in my office for free, I can be talking to the whole world like right now and take my chances on getting people. So the Mixer says, oh, wow, you're live. Hope you're doing well these days. Thanks, and likewise. Nanik says, this Monday I got sick at school with no sleep, then directly went to the kickboxing course. Who? Jake Time 23B, hi, I missed the cat. Dos Santos, can you please show me your cat? Oh, yes, we'll do that straight away. He's, I think he might be, yes, he's in the room here. Can you see him up on the edge, up on top of that? See where the old Macintosh is and then that wooden board? Then he's kind of sticking up on top. That's him. That's him. Abdullah Aideen says, how is your day? My day is going great. And how is yours, Abdul? Halo Z says, how does it feel to be a living legend? I'm not too sure about the answer to that. What's a legend? Nanik says, the one calico cat I talked about has 3 babies now. We take care of her and her kittens. Well, that's the kind thing to do. Oh, I love kittens when they're that little and their eyes are half shut. They're so cute. Yeah. Abdullah says, I'm good too. And I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Finn the Fishbowl says, you collect old phones. Well, not actively, but I do have two big boxes of old phones. Two of my very coolest old phones that were really old and probably worth a ton of money. I gave them away to friends who really liked them, and that's what we have to do. You got to give some stuff away. We will make a song for Presley. Rosie the Rata. Yeah, it's me again. Hey, welcome back. Abdullah says, my cat is giving birth. What should I do? Man, I have never experienced that with all the cats I've had. I don't know what you do. They must know what to do on their own. I just make sure they have a safe place so no other animals can get at them and bother them, and that maybe there's a blanket or a towel there, it's nice and dry and warm, so they have protection, and maybe put out a little water and some soft food. I don't know. A lot of cats get born without the help of people. That's for sure. Tatterism Jr. says hello. And we know what that means. Oh, Nanik says, I've heard that old phones have a lot of gold in them. Wow. Maybe I'm going to check that out. Favorite ice cream flavor? Well, I like vanilla a lot. I just do. Okay. Let's look at the book. The book says, this book is from this book, Charlie Schmidt, Seeking Your Inner Radish, a guide to finding and unleashing your innate power. It's in there. So the question is, where is your innate power? Where is your inner radish? Where do you find it? Do you have to eat mushrooms, or do you have to go to a counselor, or like get into a trance, or talk to a shaman, or do you have to wait years, or what do you have to do to find your inner radish? Well, your inner radish, your heart will give you the answer to what's your inner radish. It's your heart. And oh gosh, people. So how do you get to it? Well, if you dig deep for it and think about it a long time, and like have to write a research paper about it, then that won't be the answer, because you're asking your conscious brain for the answer. And if it has to think about it, it'll lie to you, because it's driven by, ego and stuff like that. So who do you answer? Who do you ask? You ask your heart. You sit down, you have a piece of paper and a pencil, no computer necessary, and you say, tell me 3 things I should be doing from my heart, 3 things. And don't think about them very long. Just when they come to your mind, write them down. And don't worry that then you have to just do those 3 things the rest of your life. You don't. Every day your inner radish can change and modify, but do that today. Write those 3 things down, and then that's your heart talking to you without thinking about it, and those are the real answers. Those are the real answers. So then once you see what they are, then look at a time frame. Say, when or what can I do today? Right next to each of them, what can I do today to work towards that? What can I do right now? And write that down, and then that's the next thing you do. So it's not you're going to write down things that you think you can do, next year when you have extra time and money. It's what you can do today, like now. And because when you do stuff right now to feed your heart and your inner radish, things change for the better almost instantly. You can't get that by dealing with your brain. Your brain's a mess. You know that. So write those 3 things down, and then put deadlines on them and say, when am I going to be When am I going to achieve this? Pick things that you can accomplish, not things that take 300 years, but things that you can accomplish, like write a poem to your sister, or whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Go to the art supply store and buy some supplies so that you can paint or draw. Tatterism Jr. says math exam tomorrow. Good luck on that. Good luck. Math is a big deal. Math is not just arithmetic. Math runs everything. This whole universe is based on math, right? As far as I know. Now, I do have a video queued up, and it features an old routine of mine, which I did with my nose, and I still can do because I have a pretty flexible schnoz. Ola. So this is your treat for today. This is your treat for today. It's called a keyboard cat. Wait, let's get there. Wait a minute. There we go. It's called a keyboard cat mini feature, and it has an open by the cat in familiar surroundings, and then a video that is from years ago at a friend named Richard's dining room. Elvis Presley says, I am from Sweden. Art is just drawing or an interesting creation. Yeah. All right, so here's this piece, and I think you might like it. So there you go. A little taste of my nose, which used to be my staple act for fun and income. PT says it's lovely and quite hilarious. I like that. We need more people. Yes. Art keeps us different from all the other forms in the universal stage. Art is the ultimate earth product. I would have to agree with that. And really, you're all making art whether you know it or not. It's like when something happens and then it's over and there's some residue, that's your scrapbook. And you can't argue with your scrapbook, to quote Andy Warhol. You can't argue with your scrapbook. German Panzer S1M says you deserve $10 million. Well, I hope that comes true. Call me Ethel, Charlie, says Mr. Rest in Peace, or Miss. Onions shall take over. Soviet onion. Oh, I get that. Yeah, that's a good reminder. Do not forget to like people. Tatterism Jr. says, don't forget to like people. Yes, I'm a calm person. Well, why not? I mean, if you want to have to yell a lot and be in a hurry, you could join the Marines. Wheat or rice farms? I'm thinking rice. Tia Zol Kefli? I'm new here, and welcome on board. Keyboard Cat, rest in peace, says, call me Ethel. Oh, how am I going to remember that? Sweet Onion says, that random kid 27 says, name a car for an edit. And Sweet Onion says, Soviet Onion says, Lamborghini. Lucas Morales is learning the Hebrew language. That's cool. Mr. Susu says, hello. Yeah, I collect old phones. I collect everything. Were you here yesterday when we went on that mini tour of my props room and garage where I have my hot rod and not all my props, but a lot of them? It was quite an adventure. We'll do that again. So where we're at right now is we're going to. Oh, there's my banana. Hope I remember to eat it. I set it out yesterday and then didn't eat it. Oh, look who's up here. Oh, look, he takes a look and then lays back down. Boy, that's lazy. That's really lazy. Presley, wake up. My name is Hashka. Banana, Anna, Anna, Anna. Okay, so we should get a little performance from the cat plush toy. Just open things. There he goes, Presley, anticipating his morning dose, anticipating a little bit of peace and love in his own little cat head. He's got the brain the size of a walnut, I think. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna climb up on my step stool. First, I'm gonna get another sip of coffee. And then I'm gonna grab this here little plate of catnip, which I prepared earlier in the day. And I'm gonna climb up on the step stool and get up right up here where this guy is just laying down. You care for a little? Come on. Oh, yeah. How many live streams have cats eating their catnip? Don't answer that. Yum, yum. That's him, the current Keyboard Cat 4.0 Presley, my main man right now. Tatterism says you got to give your cat a nut. Oh, no, you already did. What are you all having out there to relax you in the morning? You have a glass of milk, or what is it you do? This is what this cat does. There he is. Say hi, Presley. Okay, start cleaning your forearms. Let's go. Let's go. Oh man, whoa. Presley, would you please start playing the piano for these kids? Please? Even if you just play with something simple like Three Blind Mice or hey, he's attacking the camera. Watch it, buddy. Hey, that stuff is going straight to his cranium. Man, that's some jet-powered stuff. Weed is legal in Washington State, is it, where you are? Oh, that's a good idea. Put some catnip on the keys. Look at him, just going nuts. Don't steal the camera. Let's try putting a little catnip on the keys. So we'll get this little keyboard up there. So there's the keyboard. So and there's a beat we can live with. And putting a little catnip on the keys. And then I got the drumulator going. I gotta climb up here. There he goes. Come on. Get you a little snoot full. Well, he's licking the keys. It's a start. He turned his back on it. What kind of a keyboard cat does that? Look at his tail. Let's get into his tail a little bit. What a tail monkey. This cat should get an Oscar. Look at there, he's looking outside. There must be something out there like a squirrel or something. What are you seeing? What are you seeing, little man? Oh, he's frisky. There must be some kind of wildlife out there. He's up here with a collection of old skateboards. You gotta love them. friend of mine fell on his longboard a couple of days ago and broke his arm badly. Oh, Tatterism says, hey, you're paying you catnip and you're turning your back on us. What is this? What's the meaning of this? Troll Cupcake is just joining. We're glad to have you. Give us a like if you get a chance. Give us a like. And if you are subscribed to this channel, we thank you for that. And if you're not, please do. Sign up, give share. That's how we get other people to watch, and that's really what we need. Yeah. I'm not sure how old Fatso was when she passed away. Maybe 10 or so, I think. Well, I'm going to take this keyboard down and this plate, this little plate for treats, because he'll knock it down from there, and when it hits the floor it breaks, and then all hell breaks loose. So look at that, 51 likes. We're doing good. Let's just go upstairs. Let's turn off the office light. Go upstairs. Yesterday I did that painting and I just drew it out freehand. There was no sketch to start with in pencil or anything like that. I just went for it with a big fat ass marker. And there it is. I dig it a lot. It's got a feel to it. Oops. You know what I just stepped in, ladies and gentlemen? Cat puke. Look at where he puked. Oh. Ugga. Ugga bugga boo. So I'm thinking today of using that same approach and taking this famous pose of Fatso and just doing it up freehand like. On this there we go. Now, to make things really intentional, I'm going to use this big fat marker. This marker is as fat as a horse's leg. Not fat, but thick. So now I'm going to do some drawing right here. Let's just start with Mr. Hat, Mr. Cat, and some fur coming around here, cat's mane, and then some shirt. And some arm. It's kind of a bow-legged looking arm. Is that doing anything? Wow, that is an abstraction of all sorts there. Let's do some Sure. And some cat eyeballs. There's the white tassel. Some cat eyeballs. Some cat freckles. That's looking kind of kooky bottom. Look at that. So now, let's put in some happy colors with a happy, you guessed it, a happy sponge. Here we go. I'm gonna put a little blue. Man, I'm not using that sponge. It's full of wet orange paint. And I think that's gonna be grief. Let's do a little bit of blue, watery blue, on this shirt. Look at that. Man, that's getting crazy and fast. And now I'm thinking a little yellow via the sponge. Here's a nice sponge. A little of this friendly yellow. To kind of make keyboard cat's flesh or fur areas denoted as cat, not shirt. What? Tatterism is saying that's some good painting. Well, this is some loose painting right here. It's kind of intuitive. It's where the rubber meets the road. And now let's put a little of kind of a reddish where that hat is. Right? So now, I think I want to put in some dark lines that sort of, oops. Yeah, that's looking cool. So now I need to put in some dark on some edges to just give it some composition, some shapes on the page, some on purposeness. But what color would that be? I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to take a little minute of your time here while I squeeze out. Oops. I'm going to put a little bit of dark lines where things have edges. Like that, right? See? That's coming along. That's looking good. Yeah. Yeah, that's working. Sweet. Now, we got to get a little bit of detail within that hat. I think I'm going to just do it with some right out of the tube, heavy duty, this stuff. And then mix a little of that with a little orange to do some of the cat, make it look more like this cat right there. See, it's just sort of reminiscent of the reality. And, oops, how did I get dark blue there? That's a surprise. Orange and a little yellow, a little of that weird pink. Now this is going to be good right here. There's a little there. There's definitely some there. There and there. These orange tabby marks here. That's looking good. Right? And now we got to put where the whites of the eyes are. We're going to put in some of that wonderful eyeball green. And we'll put a little yellow in that to make it not so blue. Yeah, I'm thinking that could do it right there. Right? Some freckles, some nostril freckles. Well, this is a new style for me. Toilet Paper Man says, yeah, bye. Yeah. I'm kind of liking this painting. Should we put some background color back there? Like, what would it be? What color do we have? Maybe some of this. Some of this glow in the dark green. Courtesy of a sponge, perhaps. There's a smear of green. I'm kind of liking it. Yeah. I'm thinking that that's kind of working for me. Any comments? Fatso, resting in heaven. I think maybe we need a little bit of a planet right up here. Looks like Saturn kind of. That'll do. Some yellow. And maybe a little bit of something here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be one right there. Yeah. Yeah. UFO, Toilet Paper Man says. Pretty nice. So now what we're going to do is sign this puppy. And to do that, we take the camera off the tripod. And we stand back and look at this and say, is it holding up against all the fine and juicy stuff on this wall? And I would have to say, well, I dropped the lid to the pan. I would have to say it is. It's starting to catch up with all that stuff. And by ketchup, I don't mean a condiment. Let's put a little bit of pink on that planet. So, yeah, I think it's looking good. My style's changing, and that's a good thing. Look at that. Yeah. Look at. Yeah. So yesterday we did one, number 79, was called Vest. And today 80 is called Planet. And so I'm going to sign this Charlie 80. Charlie 80. There's some good looking drips. That would be a nice painting. Well, How about a few last minute likes? Can we squeeze a few more likes out of y'all? And boy, there's that puke. That cat puke. Man, it's big. Ew, ick. I stepped on it with bare feet, and there's some between my toes, my big toe and the next toe. Here's the weather report. Not much. Just kind of typical spring day where you don't know what it's going to be. But it's been really nice. It's been in the 70s lately, which works for me. I'm going to have a seat right here in the old sofa. So, what do you plan to do today to make this day, set it apart from all the other days and make it something that leaves something in your scrapbook that you would like to show someone? What can you do? You can look up at the sky and imagine the possibilities that are out there. I think it's pretty crazy for people to think we're alone in the universe, because it's a pretty big place. We used to think we were the center of the solar system, and then we found out we're not. It's the sun. And we used to think that, well, we didn't know why the tides go in and out, but they do, and they did for millions of years. And then finally, recently, we figured out in our insane smartness, we figured out that it was the moon, that thing we saw every night, and the dogs howl at it. It is causing the tides to go in and out. Imagine that. The answers can come from you don't know where, but Snick is being brutally honest, saying, I want to say I didn't really like the drawing, but it's okay. The drawing for me now. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm varying from my style of tighter illustration to looseness, and I'm curious to see where that goes. It's a good day for me because it's experimenting a new style, and I kind of think I'll get somewhere good for that. I think. Godzilla fan says, that is cool. Hello. Toilet paper man. Now there's a name. Lucas says, I was going to tell you to make the heaven gates with some angels around Fatso. That's a good idea for another painting. Fatso goes to heaven. Go try, let's see, go to YouTube and search Keyboard Cat Church. Or no, I think I have a website called keyboardcatchurch.com. Check that out if you like the Pearly Gates stuff. Keyboardcatchurch.com. Let me know how that works for you. Toilet Paper Man says, mustard on toilet paper tastes good. Do you know the proper way among the most famous chefs to prepare toilet paper is you brown it on one side and throw it in the pot. That's all you can do. So, with no further ado, we got 63 likes, and Godzilla fan has to go by. Well, that's my cue. I'm heading out myself. I got to go to the accountant's office. Taxes. I don't like doing that kind of stuff, but it's all right. It's all right. So see you tomorrow. Tomorrow being Friday, kick off the weekend in style. And everybody out there, including Toilet Paper Man and Godzilla fan and Snick, we love you all. We'd like to see you tomorrow at the same time, same place. Okay. Have a great day.